Marcajani from Isomers Laboratories. How are you today, my dear?
Excellent, Sherla. How are you? It's so
All
great
right.
to be here.
Great to have you here. Say, how was your trip home this last weekend? I know you had visited us and you had a trip that your flight was delayed and then it was delayed and then it was delayed.
Only 12 hours.
You get
Only.
home 12 hours later.
6 of one and 6 of another, and half dozen of another. They put those two together. Yes.
Okay, but you and your trusty Gabby got home safely, I see, huh?
We got home safely and exhausted,
Oh,
but we're fine. She
good.
actually took the day off. You see these young ones?
Yeah, you didn't take the day off. You were on live that yesterday.
I know.
I mean, was it yesterday or whatever that day whatever. Okay, who knows what day of the week it is anymore, right? Yeah. All right, then. Well, I just want to tell everybody about a coupon, Aging 20, that is 20% off a single Isomers order, $99 plus, and the coupon expires tonight. So for all of you, Carla, it's going all day till midnight. Okay, because I know
Till
Carla's
midnight.
going to ask. Yeah, yeah.
They're
Okay,
going to ask, yes, till 11:59 Eastern.
that's right. That's right.
$75. Is it 75 or 99?
It's 99 plus.
99 plus.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, today we're going to talk about something very interesting and something that you claimed has changed your skin and has changed my skin over the past few weeks, and that is your phytoestrogen. Now, this is very curious to me, Manuela, because there is on social media all over the place women talking about putting estrogen topically as part of their skincare routine and it absolutely changing their skin. And that's exactly what you've got going on here.
Right, but mine is not an estriol. So theirs is a drug and they're putting it on their skin. And it works. I mean, it really works on their skin in the sense that it's going to help thicken the skin because it does have that hormonal. It works to a certain extent, but
Okay.
when you stop using it, it goes away. So it's expensive. You need a prescription, and it's very, very on application. So we have invented or we have created the phytoestrogen. This is going to stimulate, this helps with the skin lipids. It's not just, it is plant sterols, it is plant estrogen. It's
Okay.
not just the estrogen. There's other things too. There's cellular communication, there's renewal, there's refattening, there's volumizing. I think it gives you more. I know it gives me more. And it really helps to target that aging skin because what you want is you want a little bit of thickness, you want more structure to it, you want more of the good fats in it, and you want the cells not to be as old as they are.
Okay, so it is what you're saying. So what you're saying, a lot of what we're talking about topically in all of these social information is they're doing estradiol on their skin. They're getting
Yes.
prescription for estradiol.
Yes.
This is not estradiol, but this is
No.
a little bit more performative in that it covers a little bit more acreage, if you will.
Yeah. So for people who are, and the other thing too is I think if you're on it, hormone replacement, and then you're doing the topical, is it too much? Because hormones, it's a nuance, right? You have to be very nuanced with it. You can't overload it. You can't do too much. You know what I mean? You got to be very careful.
Okay.
In how much in your concentration. So this is non-prescription, non-drug, plant-based, doesn't interfere with your hormones, does support your skin, hormonally aged skin. So it is going to work on refattening the skin lipid content, providing those phytosterols, and it does so in the same type of format as the estrogen would. So it's very much identical in its performance of working on what we like to call the memory of the elasticity of the skin. Because that's really important is the elasticity. The skin is stretching, you want to not stretch, you want to come back.
Right. So, and this is plant-based.
Yes.
Is this okay? This is
Soy DNA.
Plant-based estrogen.
Yes, soy DNA. It is non-genetically modified soy isoflavones. And it's the interesting thing is when Darish and I started doing this, we were looking at soy because of the fact that, when you have hot flashes or you're starting to go through menopause, and it starts as early as 35 people. But when you start doing that, everybody's saying take soy because it's really going to help with the hot flashes. And it really has a lot of these plant sterols in it. Then we started working with some companies in Switzerland,
Okay.
and they and huge pharmaceuticals that they helped us go even a little bit deeper into the genistein, into these refatteners. And
Okay.
to this day, 25 years later, we still have that longevity, showing that utilizing the soy symbiosomes, the soy sterols, those fats, those very specific estrogen-like fats that are plant-based, really help reduce the roughness, increase the memory, increase barrier function. There's so many good and these are clinical studies done on the
Okay.
skin.
Okay. Okay. So you went to you decided to dig deeper. So you went to Switzerland. Was that 20 years ago you went to Switzerland and discovered all of this?
Yeah, so with Induchem and Mibella, two huge pharmaceuticals,
Wow.
there was work that we started doing. And we started doing it more on the curiosity level, like, are we on the right track? What more can it do? But you have to remember, in skincare, we can only say so much. So when you're looking at our content for phytoestrogen,
Right.
increase elasticity, increase skin lipid content, reduce wrinkles, reduce irritation, reduce redness, reduce visible irritation, hot flashes,
Right.
firms up the jawline,
Sure does.
helps with the recontouring.
Yep.
And then for the eyes, they went further, and there's this thing called PC, or phosphatidylcholine, that people will get injected into their fat pads underneath the eye. We
Okay.
knew about this from a while ago, so we thought, let's put it in a liposome and let's do it topically. And we haven't looked back. That's where our phytoestrogen for the eye area.
Okay. All right. So and liposomes are the carriers?
Okay, liposome is the vehicle, is the carrier. A liposome can be made of many things. So liposome is what people will know as a transportation device. The shell of the liposome is like a science version of skin.
Okay.
So what happens is the shell of the liposome comes into contact with your skin and it passes through right away. It's able to then bring passengers that's
With it.
inside the liposome through it. That's why you
Okay.
want a liposome. A liposome is always a skin identical vehicle that kind of melts into the skin because there's no barrier.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, we'd like to say hi to Deborah. Deborah says hi, Manuela.
Hi, Deborah.
Carla, there, Carla's here. You're welcome, Carla. Anytime you get a shout out. Anytime. Uh,
Carla gets like 100% for attendance. She's always
I
there.
know.
She's
I
always
know.
with us,
I know. We
100% of
love
the
her.
time.
And Robin is in from Missouri. We say hello to Robin. Um,
Robin.
and Kathy L. Okay, here's a question from Kathy L. And ladies, if you have, and gentlemen, if you have any questions, start typing. I am far beyond menopause, 67. Is this product not for me?
It is for you. Take that knot out of there.
Take the knot out.
Don't get your knickers in a knot there. Unknot them. It is for you. When we talk
Yay.
menopause, that's like, I think after you've launched onto that path, and after we've hit menopause and beyond, this is where you want to have that extra supplementation regularly. This is where you need that extra fat and the refattening, because as we get older, and I'm not saying aging is bad. So when I use the term anti-aging, I'm not against aging, but it's a constant thinning out and a losing of. So you have to really work on replenishing. Like, the focus is to be strong and replenish and have the capacity to hold more of that replenishment for a longer period of time. That ends up being the goal, right?
That's
The goal is that building that strength and being able to replenish.
and hang on to it. You're absolutely correct. We got to hang on to what we have. And if you are building with your phytoestrogen night repair treatment serum, you want it to be performative as long as it can possibly hang in. Now, I I am personally using this morning and night. I didn't even notice that it said night repair. I just saw phytoestrogen and I'm using it morning and night.
It's okay.
Okay.
Your skin is going to drink it in, and the whole point is we want to be able to get this dosage, this amount into your skin within a reasonable amount of time. 30 days, 40 days,
Sure.
and repeat this a couple of times a year. It's refattening.
Okay.
You're bringing in all this nutrition and activity. Then it's going to unpack it. It's going to work with it. But now it has it. It's banking, and then it's going to start executing.
Okay, so we're banking. All right, Jonathan, we'd like to say hi to you. Manuela, say hi to Jonathan from Williamstown,
Jonathan,
Massachusetts. Yeah,
Jonathan. Yeah, he's another one who's
he's
always
another
with
one. Yeah.
us. It's always great. It's like if you guys don't show up, I'd be like,
Oh, where
what
are
happened?
you? Yeah, don't not show up. And Jonathan wants to say happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And I want to say once again, aging 20% off a single Isomers order of $99 plus. Now, Manuel, I'm going to kind of go off a little bit on a tangent here. If I'm
Tanjaway.
doing, okay, we're talking about everything topical, and the phytoestrogen is topical on your skin. And I'm telling you, when I saw Manuela, her skin, something was different this last visit. Something was off that
Off.
she was so off, she was on. Her skin was different.
Hmm.
And I noticed it right away. Now, you said you had started using the phytoestrogen
Yeah.
out of your own lab. Is there anything else you're doing physically, nutritionally that
Oh.
you're taking in that is assisting in that whatever that your skin, the morphing your skin was doing, or was it all the phytoestrogen?
Well, I would like to say it's all the phytoestrogen, but to be honest, I have been taking matcha and turmeric a
Okay.
lot,
Okay.
a lot of turmeric. So I make my own turmeric concoction,
Okay. All
and
right.
I've been
Just a minute.
having that instead of coffee the
Mm,
last
good
three
girl.
weeks.
Matcha is
What?
so green tea is so good for you. We got to have, they say, at least 2 cups of green tea a day, and
Yeah.
matcha
So
is
go ahead.
supercharged.
And
Yeah,
what?
matcha is supercharged.
Yeah, matcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what I've been doing is
Juice.
I have been making a mixture of the. I have a daytime one, and I have a green one and a yellow one. So, but it's basically turmeric and ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon.
Okay.
And then I put and pepper, and
Right.
then
So you can.
that's one jar. And in the other jar, I do the same thing, and then I add matcha to it. So I have about a tablespoon of each, right? I can show you guys the recipe later. If you guys are interested, we'll do a little clip. But basically, what I do now in the morning, this is so weird. I take my, Nespresso has those frothers.
Right.
I,
Right.
so I fill mine with milk, but you can put water in if you want. I just not fill it. I put like a cup in, and then as I start it, and as it starts spinning, I put the powder in. So that blends it and heats it up for me.
So you
Completely.
pre-mix your powder. It's ready for you in the morning.
I pre-mix it a week at a time. It's ready for me in the morning.
Okay.
And then I have a cup of that, walk the dog, come back, and then I have a cup, one with matcha and one without.
Okay, let me ask you this, Missy, since you're
Yeah.
the scientist. I am a turmeric lover because lifting you get so sore, and it assists so well with muscle soreness and such. And I found out being on a statin is one of the reasons I get so sore. Just
Ah.
ticks me off. I got to get off this stuff. But can you overtake turmeric?
I'm sure there is a part where it's too much, like if you're having a quarter cup or half a cup. But I think that would be like an obscene amount, and you would see
Yeah,
it going through you.
yeah, true, true, true.
But I think if you're into 2 tablespoons a day or something like that,
Yeah.
there's a problem at all with turmeric because it is a very big anti-inflammatory, right?
Right, right. And tell us why you use the pepper.
Because without the pepper, the turmeric doesn't really do the job that it has to do. It needs the pepper in there to activate it.
Yeah,
It's like when you
to
have beef. When you eat beef, you should also eat an orange or have something citrus after
citrus.
because that's how it pulls out the iron.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
When you
Let's
have tomatoes, you need cheese, or when you have cheese, you should eat tomatoes because that
tomatoes.
does the same thing, increases the calcium.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
See how people know these things. But yeah, I think of course nutrition helps, but the skincare is I've never really had a bad diet. I've had a lazy diet, but never a
You've been
bad diet.
yeah, you've been on a Mediterranean diet your whole life. I remember your mother cooking. Oh my God, could that woman cook? You know what? Does anybody know? Anybody out there? All of you folks out there, Jonathan, Carla, all of you know how this woman can cook. I mean, cook. I mean, she can do it with her eyes closed. Manuela is a superb cook.
Thank you.
Superb.
I really am.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
And I could do Italian, I could do Persian food, and a lot of people like Persian food because it's like really interesting. But I love it. You know what it is, Charlotte? It's chemistry, right? It's
Yeah,
just like
well,
it's just
okay.
chemistry. It's mixing ingredients like we do in the lab. We do it in the kitchen.
Well, you know what? You do it effortlessly. I've seen you do it. All right, Carla has a
Yeah,
question.
I can't that I do without recipes. Here, it's all recipes. But at
Okay.
home,
Okay. See,
freedom.
yeah. Oops, oops, I spilled. Oh, see, I'm always spilling the product. So, see, you've got to get the right. Oh, sorry. Here, I'll scoop that up. You got to get the right recipe with your phytoestrogen. I would imagine you don't want to mess that up.
No, because you want to make sure that you have the right balance between the fats and the oils, the delivery system, and making sure it goes into the skin, making sure you're going to be getting those results on your skin, reducing the irritation, increasing the skin lipid content. This is super important. So if you're starting to see your skin sag, it's starting to lose its structure, it's
Yeah.
starting to be uncomfortable, you
Okay.
know, blood
Yeah.
pressure goes up, things are happening in your body, you start to notice your face, you're like, start using the phytoestrogen. Like this really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Eye and face really,
This is
really makes a difference. I'm
yeah.
so
This
happy.
is huge.
And
This is
it's
a
not,
huge.
just because Oprah started talking about menopause last week doesn't mean that she just invented it. We've all been going through it for thousands of years.
I love you for that. I love you for that. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Were you saying?
Right?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. All right. We have a question from Carla. Should she put a cream over her phytoestrogen?
Absolutely. You can, yes, you can absolutely put a cream over top. Um, I like using the Matrixyl. I'll also use the deep crease. I like it. Yeah. I always need a little bit of a cream because I always want to make sure for me mentally that my serums are going into my skin. If you don't
Sure.
use the cream, you're not completing the routine.
Okay, got it. Matcha is incredible with turmeric and ginger, according to Jonathan. White tea is incredible too, great for the skin. Yes, Jocelyn wants you to share your recipe. Can you post that somewhere we can get at it?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
will post it.
Okay. Ectowin and Jonathan was talking about Ectowin being a fabulous moisturizer. Robin's been taking bioidentical hormones.
Can we ask Elle tonight? Does she have the video of me making the powder, or remind her that we need to post
Yeah, let's
with
post.
Charla and everything the video of me making the turmeric and the matcha powder.
Love to see that. Love to get that recipe.
And then you'll see. And today I was actually doing. Oh, you know what else I was doing? That's so funny.
What?
I've gotten into this thing where I use my Nespresso. I don't use it for coffee, but I use it for. Sorry.
Life's calling.
No, it's always Telus with some kind of trying to get me to buy something, and I keep,
Of course. Of course. Of
you
course.
know. But I did today. I did it with miso. So I have miso at the office, and so I put water into the Nespresso
Shut
frother, started
up.
it. I put a tablespoon of miso, heated it up, gave a cup to Darius, gave a cup to myself. Really good for your gut,
Would have never thought of that.
right?
Right. Good job. Okay, you got to give us all these little. You got to
It's
post this stuff.
it's good gut health, right?
It
And
is
gut
good.
health is important with
Second brain.
menopause.
Yeah, second brain.
Yeah.
All right, Manuela, what's your favorite thing to cook, and then we'll let you go.
Carbonara.
Oh, well,
I like
think
making
about it.
carbonara. I like making porchetta. I like making I make like a type of focaccia from Gubbio, that's my town, and I love making tiramisu. So I'm a little bit of every course. I can't
Okay.
just do one thing. I like to do a little bit of everything.
And what else I would like to see, and I am going to come over. I'm going to visit you at some point here very shortly. But
We're gonna oh yeah, so we'll do Persian and Charlotte cooking.
yeah, you know what? We have to get you in the kitchen though. We have to post something because I am telling you, all of you Manuela fans, and I'm sure a lot of you know how to cook. This woman, she is having a full on conversation with 5 people in the house and the dog, and she's cooking an incredible meal, and she doesn't even think about it. Blah blah blah. She goes blah 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 blah, and she's all blah 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 blah. I mean, it's just amazing.
I
So,
love
but
it.
listen, honey, go away now and go do your Friday thing and relax a little. Oh, you're not going to relax. That's a stupid thing to say, but go do whatever you do on a Friday or Friday. And we love you and thank you for
Love you
stopping in
too.
and thank
Have
you
a
for being.
great weekend.
All
Can't
right,
wait to cook for you.
all right. Thank you, honey. All right, say hi to everybody.
Hi everybody.
Bye.